I think I'm gonna actually put my entry right to the top of the range here. We'll put our stop below the 200 EMA down here. So we got a 3-point stop, and we'll basically be targeting these highs. So 4-point TP if we can get it back down there. Pretty choppy price action still though. Although we're going higher, I just you know, the way that the candle's wicking around constantly is a little concerning to me. Just having a really big battle up here between the buyers and sellers. Are constantly, it's even though we're going higher, it seems like there's a lot of indecision or battles happening. So they're fighting to pick the direction on which we're going to go for the majority of the day here. Getting a little bit more of that pullback here. Are we going to get that entry? Yeah, we're entered there now, guys. So let's target this top of the range. We're going to put our stop down here. Let's hope that this is our bouncing point here.
Artlist.io.
Looking all right so far. Only gonna take like $100 out of this trade if we go straight to that TP. I'll reassess as we start getting higher here. I might think about moving it up. We do have those orders up at 600, right? So we could just kind of like front run that. We got 97, 98. So we could go to like 97 maybe. Be a $137 winner potentially. We're risking only 75 here on this trade. Went in pretty small with five MES. See how we react down here off this VWAP. We also have the previous day electronic VWAP there. No, that's our regular electronic VWAP, I think. Yeah, that's our regular VWAP, electronic VWAP. Back to the point of control here. Still battling. You can see those buyers and sellers, a whipsaw. Might have entered here at the wrong spot, guys. Getting a deeper pullback than I was anticipating. Not going to move my stop though. If we get stopped out here, actually I will give it another couple ticks here, just because there is that bottom of the channel there. We could wick there. I should probably actually have it even further down. Just not very excited for this pullback here. We touched the top of the channel there. We're going to get stopped out here, it looks like. Is what it is. Don't really want to risk too much more right now on this account. We're going to find some support here. We need to retake these points of control. Would be nice. Get out of this range. That would give me a little more confidence in this trade. But as of now, it looking like we're going to pull back. We could end up getting stopped out here pretty quick.
Artlist.io.
Basically caught a falling knife is what they call it there. Looking for them to hold the top of the range area, but didn't get it. Yeah, looking like it wants to push a little bit lower here. Going to probably take us out here in a sec.
Music licensing reimagined.
So $81 risk. Looking like we're going to lose $81 right here. Yeah, there we're out. Okay. First trade loss. Traded the plan. Didn't really work out there, guys. All good. Not a big loss or anything, so that's fine. Waited for the pullback. And at least we got a better entry. If we would have entered way up there, you know, look at how much your stop would have been. To the bottom of the range. Didn't break the bottom of the range, so that's a nice little thing there. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to enter here, guys. Looking like we missed that order. There we go, we got filled in there. We'll add another 5 limit order here. We probably end up doing a little bit tighter of a stop on this one, in case it does go against us right away. We got this bearish fair value gap that was now inverted, so we can think about putting that as a bullish fair value gap. for now. So that would be another line in the sand there, guys, as support.
Artlist.io.
We got another 5 order there. Can't get tagged in. That would be nice, just to add to our position here. We'll have a full 10 ES this time. Looking a little better, you know, breaking out of the range on the second time rather than just the first time. Like, this is still considered the first break of the range back in. Now, are we going to head higher, or is this going to be our lower high? Could be, but let's see how this plays out. Put our TP up there, stop loss down there. So 1-to-1 risk to reward roughly on this one so far. Getting a nice bounce there, guys.
Artlist.io.
Gonna add 2 here if I can. Looking like we're missing it though. There we go, we added 2.
Music licensing reimagined.
We can break above this 95. It's probably going to start a great trailing relatively aggressively here. Starting to get that pullback, get a little bit of pullback here. See if the buyers can hold us up here. Dug into those 95s a little bit on the book and getting a bit of a pullback here. Sort of got another little trend line forming here. So sort of our line in the sand is going to be the point of control and the VWAP here. If we get back down there, we could think about cutting it a little bit early. That ad isn't looking like the best ad at this point right now. Let's see. Hopefully we can push a little bit higher here. Think about doing a little ad here, adding 2 more. I want to get, it would be nice to get to a full size of 10 contracts for this trade, but I'm not going to rush into anything here. Don't want to add too much risk. Rather add it as it's going up here.
Artlist.io.
Not getting much momentum here though, so a little bit concerning. Looking like we might end up getting that pullback, maybe back to the top of the range, top of the channel. We are roughly all-time highs, so we gotta stay relatively bullish right now. I must say, all-time highs, bullish type trading isn't necessarily my best trading. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with all-time highs. Quite often price can pull back a bit. So hey Nick, how you doing? My day's going okay so far. Took 1 loss. I don't know if I missed you. I didn't look for a while, so you might not be here anymore. That was 9 minutes ago. Took a $87 loss on my first trade, but in another one here, a little bit bigger size, getting a pullback here, unfortunately. See if we can't hold this new trend line. Also, the 21 and the 9 EMA are right there.
Music licensing reimagined.
Usually, if the buyers are going to stay in control, they're going to protect those levels, at 21 especially. I'm only going to take 2 trades in this account, guys. If we end up losing this trade too, if I end up cutting it early or whatever happens, we won't be trading this account anymore this week. Looking like we might end the week on a red day so far. But like I said, I don't want to risk too much. It's Friday. Want to finish the week not feeling bad about the week. You don't want to end the week on a bad note. So I'm okay with some small losses. Won't bother me at all. We'll be back
licensing
on
reimagined.
Sunday. So if you guys want to come back on Sundays, here's a schedule for the trading. And then also, if you guys want to check out Top 1 Futures, market MBT is the code there. Getting a bigger pullback here, guys. Thinking about cutting this here. We'll see how this reacts. We found some support at the POC there.
Artlist.io.
And that channel, top of that channel. Don't want to take a full loss on this one again here.
Artlist.io.
If it ends up heading lower, we'll just cut it early. Not very convinced it's going to go that much higher, but so far finding a little bit of buyer support there. So we need some new information as to whether or not we're going to stop out, like a closure down below the New York, or down below the point of control. So as long as we hold this nice wick, we can end up going higher here. It'd be nice. Let's get rid of this guy. It doesn't look like it's really respecting that trend line there. Could be this.
Artlist.io.
That's one thing about trend lines. They're so like discretionary that you could line it up multiple ways. Could do something like
Music
that,
licensing
and that could be your line. You could do it there. You can do it down there. So it's a little discretionary. That's why you can't really bank on those 100% of the time. But it's not a bad idea to put it in there and then just see how it respects it. If it like that original placement I think was wrong, as we found this really good support there. So might wick down here again, touch this trend line, and then head higher. See if we can get a breakout here, hopefully. Get a little hopium for that. Can move higher.
Artlist.io.
Well, we'll be patient for now. We're married to this trade for the foreseeable future. That's one way you got to look at it. Once you get into a trade, you're kind of married to it, so you got to stick to it. Oh, it looks like I missed a giveaway. That's too bad. Yeah, it looks like I missed a giveaway. Wouldn't have won anyways, probably. All right, we're getting to move here a bit higher here, guys. Are we gonna finally get that breakout here? We got to break this 95 area. What do you think is a good point to start as someone who wants to begin day trading? What resources should I use and how can I learn? Hey, that's a very good question, AKA. I would say one of the very first things you want to do is just start looking at candles, right? So you got to understand candles first. That's relatively how you see the price action, right? So I would do a little research on candles. Another basic thing you can look at is as an indicator would be the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. The candles are pretty easy once you figure it out. So they have an open price and a closed price, and then the wick is the action that happened outside of that price. So I'll give you a little example on this candle right here. So this candle was a bullish candle, right? So we opened this candle down there. There's no wick to the bottom side. So basically we just climbed higher throughout this candle. This is a 1 minute candle. We did go a little bit above here. See the little wicked up, and then came back down, and we closed the candle right there. So that just is a 1 minute candle there. And then as you can see, this candle opened up there. It looks like it wicked up a little bit and then went back to the opening and then sold off all the way down here, ended up going even lower, but the buyer stepped in and pulled it back to here, and the candle ended up closing there. So that's going to be your basic place to start, is just to understand the charts. And that's the best way to read price action, is through the candles. I wouldn't weigh too much of your decision making on candles. You need to find some other confluences. So you can start there, then you can start adding in your VWAP. I know I have a whole bunch of lines on here looking a little confusing for everybody, but this yellow line here is a New York VWAP, so you can get an indicator off the side of the chart here, where you go like this. Where is it here? Actually, sorry, this one right here. So there's a couple of things you want to add here. Probably you can frame out your positions, but I would go to your anchored VWAP, which is this one right here. You click on that, and then you can go to the 6:30 candle, the opening candle of the day, the New York Open, or the 9:30 candle, and you can put your VWAP there. That'll give you an idea of who's in control on the day. So if we're above the VWAP, that means that the buyers are in control, and if we're below the VWAP, that means the sellers are in control. So between candles and VWAP, you can get a pretty good idea of what action is going to happen on the day. There's a little more details that we like to use for trading levels, which is the value areas, which is a little too complicated for me to get into right now, but that's something you might want to consider looking into also. But I can send you a link here of a group of guys that I trade with also, and they have some live or some free educational videos on there. So let's just go here. We'll get to futures. So it's ASFX TV, which is the guys that I've kind of like used. So here's a link to them. And then if you go to this link here, you can see the Futures 101 course. I'm pretty sure you don't have to pay anything. You can get that account for your lessons, educational course lessons for free. So once you log in there, you can get your, this is their little page here. Once you log in there, you can see there's 13 videos all the way from how to assets to trade, to reading risk, reading the news, Forex, journaling. Yeah, Trading View, because everybody uses Trading View. One thing you can do is you can get on Trading View and you can try paper trading. You can show up every morning with Trading View. Here's a Trading View. This would be a basic chart for you to enter to get into so that you can start learning. It's a little cleaner, as you can see, compared to what I have over there. But you can set up your levels, and you can paper trade on here too for free, right? So you can, if you see on the bottom here, you can click this little spot here. This is paper trading. You get a free account with them. I think it's like $100,000 account or something, and you can start trading with us live with no risk. But I would do that just so you can get a general idea of how the market is working. And then after that, I would say the next best thing would be to either get into, prop firm space with evaluation accounts, which are pretty cheap. You can get in under $100 on a prop firm account. So it's a relatively small investment. You can get some good time and practice trading that. Or you can just put a little bit of money into your own personal account, because the best way to get some knowledge is you got to have some money on the line. Because if you're trading the paper account, yes, you'll get some experience, but you don't really get that same feeling in your chest when you got real money on the line. So you could go really small size, trade with a futures company, put like maybe $2,000 into account if you can afford that. You can probably even go with a little bit less depending on which brokerage you use. but and just start trading one contract, right?
Artlist.io.
Learn about how to set your stops and your take profits. Try to decide what you're going to do on the trades. Get in the trade and just let it play out, right? But yeah, I would definitely say check out the Futures 101 course. It's a pretty solid course. You can also subscribe to their that website, and then you can see their live streams and how they apply it. Relatively same to what we're doing here. I just added a few other things that I like to trade off of also. So my value areas, I'll show you over here. It's a little bit cleaner. So the value areas on here. So that's this like point of control line and the value area low and the value area high. And basically what that's doing is it reflecting the volume that has been traded at the price. So like, and the volume, when I mean the volume is like, you know, if there's more shares that are bought and sold at a certain price versus a different price, right? So if we see sort of, we can just look at our opening price here. This is a little on the fly volume setup. And as you can see that, you know, this black line here would be the point of control. We got our value, look at it, just moved on us there, but black line is point of control. The value area high would be the top of that where this color starts changing, and then value area lows there. That would give you your levels. I'm not saying use that right now, but that's how roughly a similar indicator to find the levels that we're trading off of. But yeah, I would definitely check out you know, ASFX TV for their free course there. It'll be worthwhile to spend the time on that. You can get a lot. If you do pay their subscription, you can see their live streams, and then they also have Futures 2.0 here. So let me just open that up here. Let's go back to their homepage. Pulling back here a bit here, guys. Not loving the price action currently, but so there's Futures 101, and then if you do pay their subscription, you can see their Futures 2.0, and then you can see their live streams every day at the market, or you can just come check us out here. We're also trading live for you guys, so you can kind of see similar strategy. But yeah, I would definitely start with candles, work on New York VWAP or the VWAPs, understand that, and then start looking at the volume, because really everything is all on price, volume, right? So that's where you're going to find out all your information. All the indicators are based off of that. Yeah, so that would be a great place to start. And just get some time in the market, right? Start showing up for the open. Watch price action, try to understand what's going on throughout the session, formulate some ideas, and then act upon it. Really wishing I took a trade in the NQ this morning, guys. It's looking way better, but I was trying to be conservative here. Trading the ES is a little safer. ES is a little better for a starting account. ES is a reflection of the S&P 500 index. So there's about 500 companies that they sort of like calculate the value of the fund on. And then the NQ is more based on all the technology stocks, you know, like Google, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, those kind of guys. So that one's a little more volatile, moves pretty fast. So I would definitely start on the ES or the MES for the micro ES. So pulling back here again, guys. Not really loving this price action here. We are holding the bottom of this trend line here that I put in a little bit earlier. But we definitely need to see a breakout pretty soon here. So yesterday, I was scrolling through some YouTube videos, and I noticed that that Charlie Kirk was assassinated, political assassination. I don't know if I should be saying that actually on YouTube. It could get banned. I won't say that anywhere. But anyways, I'm sure you guys heard about that bad news. It's really disgusting and sad that that a mother and 2 children are now left without their father. So really sad about that. Brought some little tears to my eyes because obviously don't want. I just can't believe what the world has come to in some senses. So, hey, AKA, no problem. Thanks for the question. Give me something to talk about. So I hope that helps out a bit. Feel free to check back and let us know how your progress is going. And love to talk to you more about anything that you do want to learn, because that's what we're here for. Looking like still orders up at 6,600 is what Trevor's saying. Yeah. So that could definitely be our orders. We do have those orders down at 85 still. Also, looks like they came off for a bit and then went back on here as price pulled down. The book map is looking a little hot to either side right now. Kind of stuck in this chop. We end up getting into profit here a bit. I probably end up trying to get out. It's not loving this price action. We probably might get a pullback here on the day, but so far not getting any new information to say to get out just yet, other than the fact that we're just chopping in this range, which I don't really like. We are finding a little bit of support down here at this the bottom of this trend line, or at the top of the channel that we had earlier. But yeah, it's looking a little bearish as time goes on here. Lots of wicks to the top side on these candles, so lots of selling pressure all in this area. We really need to just break through this and start heading higher here. Could think about taking some profit a little bit earlier, maybe at this area. That would get us back to roughly break even on the day, because this could be our resistance if we do end up breaking out, right? The 95 area. We do have a bunch of orders at 94.75 and 95.50 there. So come on, bulls, let's get back in there.
Artlist.io.
Pretty slow morning here, guys.
Music licensing reimagined.
Starting to pull back a little bit more here. Is BM showing also a big block? ISBM? Is Bookmap showing also a big block orders at 65 AV5, which could pull it lower too? Yes. Yeah, those are kind of looking like one of the 2 eventual targets, right? We're gonna have to see which direction we end up breaking out. As you saw, 85 was on earlier, and then they took it off, and then they brought it back on as we got closer to it. So definitely buyers and sellers are battling for which direction we're going to go. Currently, we do have a little more orders above, so I tend to think that we're going to head above here, because we're going to at least take these orders out at 96, I think, and break this high. I mean, that's the way it's looking to me. There's no guarantee. This could be what's called an iceberg order, where only some of the orders are showing up above, but maybe this guy's got like 500 or something that he's willing to drop onto the market to sell down up there. So let's see. We do have this little block here going pretty red on us. It was going pretty red there, right at the 94, since we've been pulling back. So I don't know what's going on here, guys. They're definitely battling here. No real clear direction with the book map currently. other than the fact that we are hotter a little bit above at the 95, 96 is where we've been getting rejected, right? So this whole area here has kind of been our rejection point. So we got 232 orders down at 85, but it looks like almost 50% of them are controlled by an algo. So that means that, you know, it could easily get pulled off. They could be spoofing us, trying to draw us down there. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but at 65.93 there, we keep getting a little bit of a darker red showing up. So we're getting some orders that are getting put on right there. Sort of like trying to reject the price, it looks like. As you can see, those, it keeps lighting up pretty red there, and then we keep sort of rejecting off that. So we really need to break out here, guys. How can you tell they're controlled by the algo? So if you look, so as we zoom in here, see all these ones are like a full strip here, right? There's no white line in there. But if you scroll down here to the 85, see how there's this like white line through the middle of these two bars? So that's representing, this little section here is represented by one seller. It's usually going to be an algo. Usually, yeah, so majority of this position is all one seller, and that's why it shows up as a white line on there. And typically we think of those as sort of algorithms. So as if you see this white line, like right there, and right there, that typically means that, yeah, that it's either a big seller or an algo. I'm not really 100% sure. We just always say algo, but you know that those orders are controlled by one person, and quite often, like you saw earlier, they take it off, right? They took it off here. As we were going higher, they took it off, and then as we were pulling back down, they put it back on. There we go. So we did get a little bit of a breakout there. We're holding this trend line now. Let's see if we can't finally get that move higher here, guys.
Music licensing reimagined.
So I will think about selling, let's say, to reduce our risk, we're going to put a 3 sell order right there. And then we'll do a limit sell of 1 up there. And then we'll shoot for the moon for a little bit on these, because you never know, it might just rip higher there. Getting that nice little bounce here. We're running into those orders now at 94, 95. Hopefully we can take those orders. If we are, then we're definitely going to be heading towards 600. How fast until we get there? It's a good question, but took some of those orders at 95. They're loading up more orders on 95 here. Little bit of a rejection there. I think I'm gonna stand up here, guys. Stand up so the price can go higher. So getting a little pullback is totally normal, totally fine. Not that worried about it. You have a bullish fair value gap, kind of like right up in there, right where this candle is right now, like that. What is it? 94 roughly.
Artlist.io.
Kind of like that. Hoping we're gonna get taken out some of these orders here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Because if we do end up breaking this, we'll probably break it by a couple points. 95.50 orders are still there. 65, 95.50. Getting a little pullback here. To think about adding here. See how this plays out though. We only have 30 seconds left on this candle.
Artlist.io.
Pulling back pretty hard. Are we going to hold that fair value gap and also our entry price?
Artlist.io.
Kind of finding support a little bit on this top of this trend line again.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's switch up this music, see if we can't get a little bit more of a help us get a move higher here, guys.
Artlist.io.
Very nice. Moving back up here a bit. I'm done for the day. Have a good weekend, Dave. See you next week. Hey, Trevor, thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. And appreciate
Music
the comments.
licensing reimagined.
Hope you had a good day. And yeah, you have a great weekend also. Thanks for showing up. We got 19 viewers, guys. We got 13 in Randy's X channel. We got 3 in Randy's live channel. 15 in Randy's X channel now. And 3 in my channel. Thanks a lot for showing up to view the stream. We're loving it. So my dad's just sending me a message saying that when I turn my head to the side, the voice doesn't sound so good. Might need to think about repositioning my.
Music
Oh, hey,
licensing
Nick.
reimagined.
Love being here. Thanks, buddy. Looking like we might be getting that move now here, guys. We did take those orders up at 94 and some of them at 95. So this is going to be their next attempt at it. Usually the first attempt will reject off, and then it kind of lowers the amount of orders that we got up there before we end up taking it. There we go. We just took it there, guys. Looking like we might end up getting tagged out here on this order. We're right. Yeah, we got that order. Okay, so we're only down $40 on the day now.
Artlist.io.
Let's move this guy right to here. Can't get it out also. I'm gonna go break even here, guys, just because I'm not loving this price action today. We might end up getting pulled back and stopped out on this.
Music licensing reimagined.
But since I've taken some profits now, I'm not really, not really looking to get into a red trade anymore. Minimize our losses on the day. But let's hope we get a little more continuation before we get a pullback here. Got our next orders up at 96. We can put another order up here at 97. Looking like we might get tagged out here on the 96 order, 96.25. We're gonna pop a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. We got that one. Got another order up here at 96.75. There we go. We're out of that one. We're going break even here. Let's actually trail up here behind this. We'll go to the 2 minute. We'll start trailing up to our full TP here. Ripping higher here, guys. Let's trail this tight here. There we go. We got out. We're out. So we end up recovering our loss, and we're up to $29 on the day. I know it's not a huge win, but it is Friday. So morning, busy for me. Might not try today, but listening to you on the road. Missed a good New York anchor break on MX.